The sun hadn't fully risen when I arrived at the park, but there he was, waiting under the same oak tree, his eyes fixed on me. Whiskers was perched nearby, looking as calm as ever. The air felt heavy with anticipation, and I could feel my heart pounding in my chest. Maximus didn't say anything at first. He just studied me, his gaze sharp and intense. I stood tall, doing my best to show I was ready. After what felt like an eternity, he finally spoke. "Are you prepared, little pug?" His voice was steady, almost like he was testing me. "I'm ready," I said, though my paws were trembling. This wasn't just about winning a show anymore. This was about proving myself. Maximus nodded, then motioned for me to follow him. "The first trial is simple. I want to see how far you'll push yourself. You'll face an obstacle course, one that will test your speed, strength, and most importantly, your ability to think on your paws." I followed Maximus to the course, my stomach twisting with nerves. The course was a maze of hurdles, ramps, and balance beams, nothing I hadn't faced before, but never all at once. Maximus stepped back, allowing me to get a good look. "You'll start when I say go," he said, his tone sharp. "Remember, it's not just about speed, it's about control. Think ahead, or you'll fail." I nodded, swallowing my nerves. Maximus wasn't kidding. This was a real test, one that would push me past everything I knew. The moment he gave the signal, I was off. The first hurdle was easy, but the second, a high wall, was daunting. I leaped up, my paws scraping the top, but I made it. I raced through the narrow tunnel, crawled under a set of low bars, and dashed across the balance beam. But halfway through, I slipped. My paws lost their grip and I teetered dangerously. Panic rose in my chest, but then I remembered Maximus's words. It's about control. I steadied myself, took a breath, and focused. One paw at a time, I made my way across, finally reaching the finish line. Maximus stood there, watching silently, his eyes unreadable. "You did well, but this is just the beginning," he said, though I couldn't tell if he was impressed. My tail wagged despite the exhaustion, knowing I had made it through the first challenge. The next challenge awaited, and I wasn't backing down.